Hi, I want to take a moment just to show you real quick how to change your color images, and this is a raw file here, which I very highly suggest you use raw files, into black and white using Lightroom. Now the proper place to do this here is in the develop module, and there's a couple things. First of all, right here underneath the basic palette, you change black and white, and that'll automatically convert it to grayscale. Now, that's a good starting point, but that's not really where you want to end up. Scroll down a little bit, and what was the HSL palette in color mode, and you can just go back to color here, easy enough to see that, becomes the black and white palette. And the really important thing here is that using a color file as your source is you can change the tonal relationships between colors. Now, when you change it to grayscale, basically what you're doing is taking away the color data and leaving the luminosity data. Now, a image that has, for example, a red value of 128, a green and blue value of 0, compared to a color where it's 0, 128, 0, or 0, 0 to 128, those are going to really show up a nice shade of red, green, and blue. But once you convert them to black and white, they're going to be the exact same shade of gray. And that's middle gray, actually. So the reason this is so powerful is because you can change the relationships here. So obviously, blue sky, and that's an obvious one. We can change blue and aqua are going to change the color of the sky. And you can see how it doesn't really change things that wouldn't have been blue in the background. But you can see how, let's just go back to the original. You can see how here where the bird stands out fairly well, you can change it so that it really stands out, or it can really be hidden just by changing the blue. Changing the aqua is going to change the colors in the sky a little bit. Here's a saguaro cactus, and if we change the greens, it's going to change that. And here, obviously I'm making some very sharp changes here when I go back and forth, and you can have a halo kind of effect if you go too far. Use this tool and all tools really with some subtlety, but you can see now here the hawk has some yellow in it, so by changing the yellows we're changing so we can see more of the undercarriage. It's going to have some oranges in it, and that's going to change things even more. It's a red tail hawk, but really those are really more yellows and oranges there. So anyways, just to give you an idea. Now, all of this said, you can also do the exact same things in Photoshop. And this black and white palette here works exactly the same as the black and white adjustment layer that you can build in Photoshop. Let me know if you have any questions, and if you want to see how that works in Photoshop, I'd be very happy to show you.